Back once more to Self-Serving Skillet Shopped Edition, where I'm changing a couple of the rules to suit the home cook a little bit better. No time limit. I can go to the store, I can look stuff up. And with those 3 changes, I think that you can take the idea of this TV show and apply it to a philosophy of feeding yourself. Let's take a look at what we have for the entree round. A pork loin, tamarind concentrate, medium spicy kimchi, sunchokes. I just have to go on a rant here on the top of this kimchi. It says gluten-free. Yeah, you'd really mess this up if you put flour in it. If you're on any sort of diet, whether it's a restrictive practice to narrow down an allergy or just something to lose weight, you have some sort of religious observance, please, please, please do your own research as to what you can and cannot have, and then read the ingredients list. This is bound by law, and there's still a lot of wiggle room within that I don't really appreciate, but everything else on any of these labels are just that. It's just a label. Now, sometimes they are very helpful, like when you're looking for bacon with no nitrates added and a label says no nitrates added. They can't put in the ingredients list a lack of nitrates. So use your brain. All right, what am I going to do with this? Pork loin's going to get roasted whole. The rest of this is probably going to be made into some sort of pan sauce. I'm going to taste this tamarind concentrate first because I've never actually worked with it or knowingly had tamarind. Wow! It's like a weird vegetal sweet and sour. Alright, what does it say? Ready to add to soups or drinks without additional preparation. Easily yields its flavor of fruits to traditional recipes. So it's a fruit? Even though I've had kimchi loads of times, it's still important to taste your ingredients. Pleasant amount of heat. I like it. Sunchokes are the root of the Jerusalem artichoke, which is neither an artichoke nor is it from Jerusalem. Sunchokes can stand in for potatoes a lot of times. They're pretty earthy, especially with the skins on. I'm gonna check out how people are using tamarind. Maybe it'll give me some ideas how to cook with tamarind. Pad thai, curry, I'm seeing a lot of ginger, cumin, coriander, turmeric. Now this is a tamarind agua fresca, chicken satay. I am seeing a lot of peanuts in here, and I have pork and peanuts. I really love together. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sear this on all sides, make a tamarind peanut sauce, get those 2 in the oven together, and these 2 are gonna make a slaw. Now, if you don't know what you're doing yet, that's okay. Usually, if I don't know what I'm doing, I just start cutting up an onion. Gonna go with a couple cloves of garlic. I'll use a lime. I'm also gonna have all those spices at the ready. Coriander, some garlic powder, cumin, turmeric, and ginger. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use yet. It'll kind of depend on how it tastes once I get it going. And that's when you know it's ready. And this pork tenderloin, it's about a pound. It's a little small for pork tenderloins. So I would usually cook maybe a pound and a halfer for 40-45 minutes. I'll probably do this one for about 25 and then check it. Checking is crucial to what you're doing. Even if you're working off of a recipe, that person didn't have the same stovetop as you, didn't have the same oven as you, didn't have the exact same ingredients as you. So checking and tasting is integral to your home cook. I just want a little color on each side. Roll that around. Probably could have put down a little bit of oil. that tenderloin. Get my onions going. Garlic after a minute. I have this mason jar of ground peanut butter. This is only roasted peanuts. There's no salt, there's no sweetener in here, so that's important to know that I may have to add more salt and or sweet. Since that's a little tough, I'll just add a little bit of water. Let's just do a heaping spoon of the tamarind and see where that gets us. More tamarind, I really want that to come through. Turn that heat down a little bit while I'm building my sauce. Since that tenderloin's going to go in the oven in just a little bit, I can preheat that to 350 degrees, around 180 Celsius. Let's see if more of that tamarind comes through. And it absolutely does. I'm going to go with one more of those. A little bit of lime. And I think turmeric would be very nice in here with both that tamarind and the peanuts. It's savory. It's a little bit sour. Has some sweet notes to it. I like that a lot. I'm going to add some soy because I think it needs a little bit more salt, and also enough water to make it a little bit more liquid because it's going to spend some time in the oven. I do also want this just a little bit more sweet, so I'm going to add honey. That's it. That's going to go really nicely with that pork. Back in with the pork. Baste just a little bit. I'm probably going to baste about once every 10 minutes and add about 30. I'll check the temperature. Out of the kimchi and sunchokes, I'm going to make a slaw, add a little bit of carrot to that. You can eat this skin. It makes it a little bit more earthy. It's a reasonable amount of sunchoke right there. I might save one and make some sunchoke chips. Yeah, it's just mildly earthy. Probably want to shallow fry these. Wait until that gets a little bit hot. Kimchi. Spicy coleslaw is a fun choice for kimchi because that's kind of what it is. I have a little smaller shreds in there, so I'm just going to get this into a smaller cut. I want to make it look a little bit more like it belongs together and that it's intentional to do so. If I was actually on the show and this was a time limit, I might not do this part. I might cut my carrots and my sunchokes a little more to match the kimchi. Mix, 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 so we can see what it needs. I like that. I like that all by itself. Spicy funk from the kimchi, earthiness from the sunchoke, and a little bit of sweetness from that carrot. I think that's complete. I like that a lot. Try out these sunchoke chips. I've had them before, I've never made them. It's been about 30 minutes. I'm going to give it a temp. I really want this to be less than 145 Fahrenheit, and that's around 63 Celsius. And I'm a little bit over, but that's okay. I'm going to take it off the heat. I'm going to let it rest. Probably bring this liquid back to a simmer. That's still very nice. I did want just a little bit of pink left in there, but I think we're doing just fine. I want to go with about 1/2-inch slices. I think that's really the nice sweet point of medallions like this. And I'll test out one that I'm probably not going to serve. Yeah, that's really good. Got this cilantro in the fridge. I think that'll work very nicely. Sun chips. You want to fry them at medium-low heat until they stop bubbling. And these are just a little bit sweet. Everyone just gets a little pile of sun chips. And there you have it. Braised pork tenderloin and a tamarind peanut sauce here with a little sunchoke and kimchi slaw side of sunchoke chips. Let's eat. In the spirit of trying something new, I made myself a tamarind cocktail here. I noticed a lot of recipes calling for extra sugar and then lemons and limes. So I sort of cut out the middleman and I just mixed it with Cointreau. Equal parts Cointreau and tamarind concentrate, and I think it tastes amazing. Just like a different sort of whiskey sour. In fact, a little whiskey would be nice in there. If you're getting any value out of my stuff at all, please just hit that like button. It just lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job and it helps my content to spread to more people. It's a sweet and sour peanut satay. I really enjoyed that. That pork tenderloin hit about 152. It's just fine. And then the spice is what we're missing over here. It's a really good all-around dish. Very complete. Summertime's coming up, so if a whiskey sour sounds good to you, I'll put that video right up here. If you want to watch me make some pork chops on the grill, right there.